Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Now, last time out we started off in Bilbao with some magnesium that I was going to take. So we started off with a small problem. The first problem was I was driving on the wrong side of the road and a car came around the corner and whacked me sort of head on. Completely my mistake, though I'm not sure why the car came around the corner quite that quickly and why I couldn't see a truck, but completely my fault. I've been having a few issues getting used to the G27 again. It's not exactly in a comfortable position for me at this point in time. Of course, getting used to driving trucks once again. Nevertheless, we started getting on with it, started getting used to it, and got back in the rhythm and swing of things until we got to this junction over here, at which point I wanted to go this way. However, this road is blocked, so we went round and round and round in circles a few times. I wanted to go straight to the centre of Madrid, did not let me. The reason being is because the centre of Madrid doesn't exist yet. So I turned around and went this way, thinking maybe this will take me off to one side of Madrid. In fact, it's taking me around the ring road that I honestly thought was on this side. So today we are going to be going around the ring road. We are not going to be picking up petrol from here, here or here. Instead, we are going to pick up petrol from here if we need it, because 285 miles to go. Can we make it down all the way to our destination? That is the big question. And honestly, we're also going to pop through here, so perhaps there is an option of us picking up some petrol over here as well. So that is our plan. Make sure you stay tuned. It should take us into, well, it says it's going to take us another 6 hours, so it should be evening in the game by the time we get to our destination, which is Murcia. So I suppose we better get started. Let's hope I do not crash anything today, and hopefully I do not run out of petrol. Right, back underway with my slightly awkward head tracking. We've got lots of police in these areas. Oh, that is an interesting, I think that's a Rolls-Royce in front, a Rolls-Royce SUV. That is really interesting. Not something I personally would like, but there we go. An old Alfa Romeo. I would perhaps like one of those, apart from the fact that they break down all the time. Although I'm not a big fan of some of the older Alfas. I do sometimes prefer the newer Alphas. Why is everyone braking? Why is everyone braking? Why is everyone braking? I wish they would stop doing this. And also, that police officer is standing in a very, very bad position there. That was really poor of him. Junction signs also do still need to be improved, in my opinion. Never was a fan of that Audi, the S4 ahead of me. Never was a fan of that model. I like the A4s, I really do like the A4s, but not a fan of that one. The previous model I was definitely a fan of, the S4 of that, and the next model up from that I was, is the next model up or two models up? I thought was a really, really, really nice vehicle. Anyway, still going around Madrid at this point in time. This is where one of the petrol stations are not too far from here. Does look pretty nice. Got one of the stadiums there. That's not the oh, what's Madrid's football stadium? Bernabeu? No, that's not the Bernabeu, is it? No, that's not Madrid's. That's Barcelona's, isn't it? I don't know. I'm not very clued up on football stadiums around the world. I do. Santiago Bernabeu, Barcelona's or Madrid? Santiago Bernabeu. I know that name. I'm trying to go back on my knowledge of FIFA from years and years and years and years ago. I think we're still going straight here. That was a very odd marking on my GPS, the way it was showing me where to go. No, apparently I was supposed to go in... What? I need to be on that road in there. Well, rubbish. Okay, it's a good thing that there is a junction coming up and I can take that junction. Madrid discovered, apparently. Now I'm trying to remember what Real Madrid Stadium is. I cannot recall. Oh, this is going to be a long journey. Right. Let's take the turning off for Zaragoza. And let's take this turning. See if we can turn around from here. So the thing is, if there were more roads, it would have been a lot easier to do what I'm doing. That might be the road I'm trying to get onto. I do not know. I genuinely do not know where I'm supposed to be going here. I've got a green... What on earth is this roundabout? I'll turn in here. What? A roundabout with a... Wow. So, what, you go all the way around like this, you come over, and then you turn back in. That's actually really cool. So instead of having a flyover, you have this. That is quite cool. I'll be honest. Kind of want to do that too. Is that's... Though you cannot really see it much, that's impressive. Very well thought out, Spain. Right, now where do I go? Back towards Zaragoza? I suppose. I am hopelessly... Oh, I'm not sure if lost is the right term here, because I do not believe I am lost. What I am is not exactly familiar with the area and the roads. And I think the problem is that if you're not doing this in VR or doing this with something like Track IR where there's no delay, which is something I am looking to invest in, something like Track IR without the delay, because if you get rid of the delay on the head tracking, it allows you to look at things faster. That and the fact that you probably want a bigger screen than what I have. Is this a junction? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it and take this one. I think this might be it. Valencia? I don't think I'm heading towards Valencia. Apparently I am. Okay. Fine. That's the road I'm taking then. Right, so this is going to be awkward. Yeah, that had to happen. Okay. So now where am I? Is this the way forward? I have no idea. And everybody slows down for this again. Oh, bit of an accident there. At least they're on the hard shoulder. That's a good thing. That would be pretty nice as well to add. Damage models to cars. Wow, that is stupid. The driver of that Honda CRV or whatever it is, that was really stupid. Yes, perhaps having a damage model of sorts would be interesting on this title. So it doesn't have to be super complicated, just pretty simple in terms of, at the moment we've got everything is mechanical damage. It's not visual, you cannot see it. Being able to see scratches, dents, bumps, that would be interesting, starting obviously with your trucks, and then perhaps in time moving on to other vehicles, AI vehicles. That would be interesting. Might give Jazzy Cat a bit of a problem, but I'm sure he's more than capable of adding some damage to these. Just deform a few things. Okay, I have no idea what that car is in front of me. I thought it was a Saab, but it doesn't. He's driving like a lunatic. I do want to find out what it is though. Look at him. What is he doing? We seriously have some lunatic drivers here at the moment today. Myself potentially included. Can I make it to my destination on this? No, I am going to fill up petrol. What is that car? I genuinely do not know what that car is. I thought it was a Saab, but the light shape does not match that of a Saab. That's the kind of A4 I like, that black one. They're the old A4s. I think that's the first generation A4, which incidentally was a B4 or B5 A4. And then the one I think that I said I do not particularly like the look of is that's B6, and you had a B7, yeah, and B8. So yeah, that was a B5 A4, which is a strange. There he goes again. Because B4321 were actually other Audis of different names. Well, I say of different names. I think there was the Audi 80. Well, whatever that car was that I couldn't recognise, it's long gone now. We've got a much more sensible BMW driver right here. Although he is braking a little bit more than I would expect him to. He's also turning off here into the petrol station. And you know what? I'm going to follow him. Yeah, I'm going to follow him in. We're going to take a pit stop at the Gulp petrol station. Right. You shall take Bay the Last. There we go. And brake on, engine off, and let's fill up the tank. £1.11 for diesel. Is that how much diesel is over here? Because that's cheap. That is really cheap. Probably going to still pay about £900 to £1,000. There we go. Let's get back in. Keys in, seatbelt on. Engine on. £634 for some petrol. I do need to get as much of that fuel economy as I can. Right, off we go. Although we have plenty of money thanks to the mod that I use, which gives us 2 times the money. Great for YouTube, honestly, and probably great if you just want to drive without too much hassle. Right, accelerate for the motorway. Here we go. Surprisingly, the motorway looks quite clear in this direction. It is looking okay. Come on. There we go. And slot in behind that. That was not bad. That was a really nice slip road as well. It allowed me to accelerate up to 50 miles per hour. And that was not bad for me trying to get onto the motorway. Although that being said, I mean, even if it only allowed me to accelerate to 40, that would have still been really good. So that was a fantastic size slip road. It took into account the fact that it was uphill as well. Really, that's well done. So we're not too far from our destination. We have one town that I'm going to visit. I want to go past and unlock the Volvo dealership. Once I've done that, I shall then look at getting back on the motorway, and then from there, it's the next town up is Mercia. It's a nice Honda. Not sure what kind of Honda, but it is a nice Honda. Oh. What's going on here? Police have stopped somebody. In fact, we've got the helicopter hovering over it. No, do not do. Why would you do that? By the way, I really like those BMWs. He indicates he stopped. He indicates he continued in this lane. What is the matter with that driver? I really like those BMW M5s. That generation. The V8 engines, naturally aspirated. I think it's some 400 bhp out of those. Quad exhaust. Really nice engines. Though the V10s that came after were also fantastic engines. I think it's more so, I think that it's the looks of that BMW that work, as well as the engine. Though the engine is rather thirsty. But that's like, I'm saying an engine is thirsty. It's one of the silliest things I've ever said. Probably wondering why that's the case, and quite simply put, my engine is incredibly thirsty. My car's engine is really bad on that. Right, let's take a screenshot. Why, you may ask? Well, because I've got the indicator on and I want to see if I can get a decent screenshot out of this. The sun behind really looks nice. In a way, this looks more like America. Right, let's see. A screenshot, something like this, perhaps. Doesn't really give us much. So perhaps a little higher up. There we go. And then like that. It gives us a little bit more of an idea, right? Or just looks a little better, that's all. There we go. Right, let's take that as a screenshot. And now continue on and turn in. So we should have a petrol station coming up here, which we no longer need. Alba, I'm not even going to pronounce that. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Right, Roundabout. I like roundabouts. I do not like roundabouts in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Because you just never know who's going in which lane. Well, that roundabout's... Do I manage to navigate that without a problem? Okay. There's Volvo. So I'm guessing it's just going to say Volvo truck dealership, but there's also... There you go. You can also take cargo from here, which is really interesting. I'm curious to see what sort of cargo is taken. And then third exit on this roundabout, which actually this roundabout's quite empty. I'm intentionally straddling both lanes here. Okay. And, oh, pothole. Okay. And back onto the motorway. That wasn't too bad, really. Actually, that was actually really quite. That's actually really quite decent. Okay. Accelerate away. And nicely onto the road. Towards Murcia, that's where we need to go, not towards Madrid. Slow down a little for the corner, and then all we've got to do is ensure that we can accelerate. We just need to firm up the drive as we come up onto this road and ensure that there is a way for us to get in, which there is. Behind the eye go. Perfect. Just accelerate to the speed that we need to. Taking this junction here, junction 80. Continuing straight on. Traffic does seem to be light at this point in time. Very light, in fact. Empty, almost. I see a lorry ahead. We're fine to keep this lane right now. Slip road is clear, so that's fine. Car now coming onto the slip road. We do need to be aware that he might attempt to overtake us. Take a quick look in our near side mirror. I say near side mirror. Given where we are, I'm not sure if we could call that the near side mirror anymore. That's perhaps the offside mirror, whilst this is the near side mirror because we're nearest to the curb. See at Toledo, look at this. This is lovely. This reminds me of the M40 in London. Well, I was saying in London, going down towards London in Oxfordshire. That's a similar sort of cut. I let the cars pass. Not a problem. No more. There are some cars still coming. I was going to say no more cars coming, but there are some still coming. There's little bushes between the crash barriers. That's really nice. Azalea bushes, perhaps? Sort of pink azaleas. A nice Mustang. Now, keeping the speed to about 60-ish miles per hour as we're headed towards Mercer. We're still staying on this road. Need to be aware that there is a slip road coming up onto the motorway. I'm now commentating this as though I'm doing one of those driving commentaries. There is one vehicle trying to come onto the motorway. Be aware of cars slowing down for that. The van, for example, hit the brakes instead of changing lane, where it should have realistically changed lane. That's okay. Wasn't too bad overall. Almost 25 minutes into the video, and we are, as I said, we were getting there as the sun starts going down, and the sun is starting to go down. There's the one of those old Mazdas once again. I've got another slip road coming up onto the motorway. Seems to be no cars on it, unless they're in my blind spot. But no, it does look clear. Great. So that's the thing, when I'm driving in real life, so obviously I'll look at that mirror, and occasionally I need to look at that mirror, but because I'm on the opposite side of the road, and my steering wheel's on the wrong side for this country. I need to take another screenshot here if I can get a good one. Because of where that is, I need to check the other mirror a lot more often, which is a little bit more difficult to do, but oh well. That actually looks really nice. Promods or whoever, this is Promods SES, whoever's done this job, this is a really well done. This is really, really well done. Right. Let's ease up the blur a little. There we go. That is a very, very nice looking bit of scenery. I know it perhaps looks a little simple, but honestly, to have this variation in detailing is really important. So yes, I need to check that mirror a lot more often, and that was one of the reasons I have been playing around with my head tracking, is I want to be able to look in that mirror faster, but it's still a massive delay. I need to try and reduce that delay. It's way too much of a delay to look in those mirrors. See, in my actual car, if I were to look over into that mirror and actually move my head, by the time this begins to move, I've already moved my head and back. That's how slow this is. I'm not sure why I'm going this way, but this is the way it's sending me. Not entirely sure why. Oh, well, there's another junction coming up. I guess I'm taking this one. So there's a road that goes underneath, which I can see. And then I'm taking, yeah, this junction. Alright. Molina. Alfred? Doc Ock? Ah, I see my destination. Lovely. So we're on the outskirts of Mercia, it seems. Yep, we're okay to enter the junction. I think I've done a fairly good job with the magnesium. Who knew? If you wanted me to be careful whilst driving, all you have to do is ensure that there's something explosive behind me. Although I guess petrol is probably more flammable than... not sure what that means. Petrol is probably more flammable than magnesium. Actually, I need to look that up. It's been a long time since I've looked those things up. Oh, that's unfortunate. Where am I going from here? Oh, I see. I'm going this way. Wow. Just really interesting how this all has been built. And obviously it's supposed to be an accurate reproduction of Spain, and so if this is how they've actually done roads, that's really nice. It's always nice to see how different countries have done this. But this is really well done. I have to stop regardless, even if whether there was or was not a van there. I would have to stop. It was a stop sign, and I think I'm going in here. This looks like, yep, this looks like my destination. and I am parking my truck. After all of that, look at the parking spot. Okay. I suppose, do I deserve a parking spot this easy? Realistically, probably not. Bring it a little bit further forward. There. And let's detach the cargo. I think it's pretty much bang on time as well. Okay. 41,000. And a fair amount of experience there. Okay, what's the current company job offers? Let's have a look. There are a few things. There are a few things that would be perhaps somewhat interesting, but nothing I'm too particularly interested in. Let's have a look at the map. I want to see where. So there's a repair station there, so I could probably head there, and then I'm not sure what's available at Volvo, but if I head here first, and then we'll see. I'll do that off camera. I'll head there off camera, and I'll get my vehicle repaired before selecting the next job. So let's have a look at the freight market and figure out what jobs we could do. Let's have a look at this one. What's from Volvo, if anything? Apparently, there's nothing from Volvo. I thought there was something. It said Volvo Group, but it doesn't seem to show anything up. Okay. So the most that we've got is one of these, which is 40k. Oh, actually, 40k through roads we have not been on. Well, some roads we have, but not many. Could take that. Could certainly take that. Or we could take this. I'll take a while. Again, roads we've not been on. Start in Dover and then work our way around. This one, that's pretty good. That's down roads. Some roads we have been on. Part of the M11 that we have not. Is it the M11 or is that showing me the A1? That's probably showing me the A1, to be fair. I need to check that. It's not close enough for me to check what road that is. Yeah, it must be the A1 because of where this is going, and that would be the A14, A1, all the... No, but it's Cambridge, A1 should be here. A1 should be going down here, and then... It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. We've got this one, which probably... I'm not keen on doing that particular journey again. Manchester, so we're going down, so we're using the M6. M6, M1. Could do that. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. Well, I'll have a look and decide for myself at some point. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Euro Truck Simulator 2. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon if you can do so at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadget, helping for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me, and I will see you next time in Euro Truck Simulator 2.